Okay, here's my question. What's going on with Sharp? I don't want to spend a lot of time on Sharp, but I do want to know, are there any developments you guys have seen?
I'll say this, like, honestly, like, I wish Sharp the best, and I just want to see him, you know, like, I want to see him do good. Like, it's really, look, hey, Sharp, you got people paying attention now. I would encourage you to just do the type of content that you want to do. You feel me? Focus on that shit. Do some fire ass content. You know, like, of course you're gonna get that view infusion from the No Jumper Beef stimulus pack. But once that runs out, what you gonna do?
Keep some good enough. If he keeps some good enough content, he can probably keep 30% of the traffic.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
which will be good.
4,000 to 5,000.
He was getting an average of like 300 or 400 viewers on live stream or whatever, and now I think he's like around like 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
So we can watch this space and sort of see where that goes from here. But I'm not really. I don't know. It's like I don't have it in my heart to be like acting mad about Sharp, because the truth is that we had a cool relationship for a long time. Now, granted, like, he is somebody that I brought on knowing that our personalities were not. I knew that he was never somebody that I was going to want to have as a co-host on my interviews, aside from doing a few things here and there. But I still felt like, okay, we're building a media company. I'm sure Dave Portnoy doesn't want to do a fucking podcast with every single person who does podcasts at Barstool. You know, that's just part of like running a business. If you see somebody who has talent and you realize that they are somebody that you could build something with, you're going to bring them in. I mean, I do think obviously that he fucked up by just like jumping out the window and talking all this shit. And I think that I don't want to be part of the pile-on that it feels like has been kind of going on, where it's like he's just getting shit on from every direction. I feel like every girl that he ever had a fucked up encounter with in their life is in my DMs trying to come on here and expose him. And I'm just like, bro, I don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, that's corny.
Yeah, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, he was a dumb 304 and got finessed out your paycheck. You feel me? Like, that's like, honestly, I don't look Sharp bad about that. You feel me? Like, oh, we're gonna expose him for getting money out of bitch. What the fuck you think he do? Like, that's his life. You feel me? Like,
yeah, that is kind of. It's all basically that.
He hurt my feelings and fucking took my money. You're a hoe. Like, what the fuck? You feel me?
I don't know. He'll be all right.
I think he'll be straight.
What was your read on him when you stopped by
I went over there?
Yeah.
He was straight. I mean, I think that he knows he has to go harder. So he's in the sense of that. I mean, he's in like transitioning to like trying to full-time stream. I was giving him some ideas of what he could do. I'm pretty sure that he's open to conversations with Adam on the show. You know what I mean?
There was never an actual
like an ego
quitting or firing.
No. He has an egotistic, like he has this ego problem where he's like, he's the only person stopping himself from going places.
Was he mad at you? Did he feel like, cause you know, like that you were kind of like getting on his helmet a little bit or fucking with?
Oh, I thought y'all was going over there after that anyway. I just ended up going the next day.
No, but I'm saying, did he feel some type of way about you?
No, he said that basically he was like, well, I couldn't mention one without the other. And I'm like, nah, that's how you feel about the show. I mean, shit, what the fuck am I going to say? It's my homeboy.
But
if he feel like I be saying yeah and agreeing too much and he said it, he act like he called me a bitch or something. He ain't called me a bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he really said nothing about it.
Pretty convenient for him to say, like, oh, you're a yes man, when he, like, wanted a role on the show. And he feels like, oh, I didn't get a role on the show. Maybe it's because I didn't agree enough or I was too...
We can see it was an emotional
I love a non-yes man. I feel like Wack is probably, like, the most anti-yes. He's a no man. Yeah, he just says no to everything. He disagrees with everything. Like, you know, I kind of resented it from that perspective. And I do think that, like, this podcast probably could use some more argumentativeness, you know, like some good debates would be good. You guys, like,
it's weird, like, we actually fuck with each other though. It's like if I
fuck with both of you. I don't know if you guys fuck with each other.
He's all right. Like, I fuck with Rick.
That's my narrative.
Why the fuck do they keep saying we don't fuck?
Yeah,
you told them to buy some damn weed the other day.
Which is like
that's what you tell your homie.
Yeah.
The homie that comes around with no weed all the time. When do you tell him?
Eventually, yeah.
And it's funny because like my real life homies or like mutuals that we have be like, oh, it's great to see how much you and Brick fuck with each other. Like, I can tell that y'all are really like,
yeah.
But okay, you know what?
Dude, like,
that's the difference between like,
I like him better than any of the people before.
you know who's like a super nice guy? Wayno.
Wayno's a nice guy.
Wayno, his podcast does not get a ton of attention. He's like a great guy. Like you're around him, he seems like a fucking awesome dude. Meanwhile, like Joe Budden, like who would you rather be friends with, Joe Budden or Wayno? Personality wise, Wayno for sure. Who has the bigger podcast? Joe Budden. Why? Because he's got mental illness. He's fucking. He's jumping out the window. And we could do that all day. The real cool guy that like you'd like to be homies with, podcast doesn't necessarily go crazy as fuck. The dude who's a little out there, who's arguing with everybody, everything. That's gonna be the more interesting podcast. Granted, you have to balance that with also being like likable to some extent, which is tricky. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never even thought about having Sharp as a co-host. I'm gonna be real with you. So, but I also want to say like this is something I resent. He made such a big deal out of me not asking Drake if he shouted them out in that song. Bro, I was saving you. Like, I don't want to.
What the fuck?
No, he did. Like, he's mentioned this like a bunch of times
he
on
mentioned it on multiple
clips I've
streams,
seen.
bro. Multiple.
And it's like,
week.
bro, all right. When you have an open DM with somebody like Drake, you don't want to like bother him about anything that isn't like pretty important because you want him to feel like if he's going to click on a DM from you, that it's going to be something important and not something like self-promotional or something that's about you or only benefits you. So
Right.
it's like I've DM'd Drake like, you know, girls that like were trying to get at him and just been like, yo, this trick trying to holler at you or whatever. I don't know if anything happened with it. I've sent him some songs to be like, yo,
something happened.
You should fuck with this artist. Like he's fucking tight, whatever. And I feel like that's why Drake usually will like open my fucking messages and stuff. On the other hand, I feel like if I asked him like, hey, did you shout out this dude Sharp? And he's probably going to end up saying like, who's Sharp? That's not necessarily like, I don't want to add that to my batting average.
But I will say, he for sure 100,000% knows who Sharp is.
Right. But I also, based on that lyric, if you think that lyric was Drake shouting Sharp out, you should probably go buy investment courses from Ruga because realistically, that is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Beachfront property in Nebraska for sure.
There is a bridge in Brooklyn I would like to buy you if you think that he was shouting out Sharp on that line. That he would have ad-libbed church. That okay? That's about it. And also, I just want to say, have you noticed the way that no media has covered this in any way?
Besides, does that act?
Ack is like the closest thing, but even Ack, it's not like there's like an Instagram post saying it. It's not like even when AD and T-Ron them left, there was a Say Cheese post, there's Academics post. People were really like interested in that. Sharp leaving has not really risen to the occasion of getting coverage from anyone besides like the internal network of people who basically make content about the jumper.
Out a gang of hate slurs and accusing you of shit. He not doing all this.
But he's throwing stuff out, you know. It's like it wouldn't have blown my mind if there was a Say Cheese post. The fact that he did it,
I'm not paying attention to it.
I think it says a lot. That like nobody gives a fuck about this. Somebody told me.
No, it's not hip hop.
Somebody told me when Academics was covering this on his stream that there was a poll that he made that said, "Do y'all care about this?" And 80% of people said no.
His whole chat was saying no, next topic, next topic, next topic.
I didn't even see it, but when I heard that, I'm like, I gotta keep that in mind.
Well, what he said is he's like, look, you guys really don't care about the no jumper drama, huh? And they're like, no. Next topic. He's like, look, I like drama. So we're gonna cover this and then we'll go right back to the hip hop afterwards. But notice that verbiage.
Yeah.
Like this is not a hip hop discussion.
Well, he doesn't know about the Crane Crushers.
You know what?
As impactful as the Crane Crushers were.
You guys leave my partner alone.
Leave the Crane Crushers alone. What's wrong with that? That's his history.
No, nothing about the Crane.
Call Dago.
I'm just saying. Like
I didn't see anything of what Ack said.
Have we ever listened to a Crane Crusher song?
I have. Well, there was like a thing with like him performing with Bootleg Kev on stage.
But that was like a
That's the only thing I ever
10-second snippet.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw
I've watched his rap videos.
I've definitely seen him in V Nasty
Sharp guy.
videos.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of
Rapping?
Sharp music
No.
videos. Well, you've
I've
never
seen him
watched
rap.
Sharp's rap videos?
Never seen Sharp rap?
Oh fuck. No.
Are you serious?
Yo, I'll say this. I'll say this in Sharp's, like, in defense of Sharp's rapping. Okay, Sharp.
Look at Sharp the P, Midnight in Vegas, studio performance.
12 years ago. Yeah.
There's
he
more
was all
too.
in.
There's
No,
one.
look,
Where's the one where he has the long
I don't know
hair?
if it ever
Sharp
came
the
out,
P.
but Sharp did a song with Lil Weirdo.
Shut up, really?
I swear to God, when he brought Lil Weirdo on
This
the
is a
Shark
good one.
Tank,
A Sharp Car, 1973
Yeah,
Chevelle,
that's
too,
like the
real,
classic.
too real for TV.
I watched that.
And look at that cig in his hand. That means that he has smoked about 50,000 cigs since that
he
one.
looks like a lesbian Iced Tea right there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but look,
Crane Crusher's interview with Sharp. See, 186K. This is not like irrelevant content.
no, at all.